Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. And the slot man goes in motion left. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lane. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
9 yards. And the Washington first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. 2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
2nd and 13. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dante Fowler collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. In motion, that's Tolbert. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Preston Smith there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
3rd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. Connecting with a running back, Javonte Williams. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action. Daniels. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing now is Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 on the play. First down, Washington.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss?
Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Commanders.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and goal, Washington.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here's Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott yet again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Zach Ertz.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Quick hitch, complete. It's Lane. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Daniels. Throw left side, complete. That's Lane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lane. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team. Brandon Godden, and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
3rd and 9 here. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now 2nd and 5. And not a whole lot there, and maybe a yard to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop.
No gain on the play.
The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the draw, here's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of
No
scrimmage.
gain on the play there.
No
Second
gain on the
down.
play. Brings up second
I know that speed
and
is the
10
hallmark of today's
at the
NFL
20-yard
game,
line.
but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll slither by. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Commanders use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a yard. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Prescott now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Looking to throw, Prescott. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Williams is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the Commanders' first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This offense so far on third down, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Dak and the Cowboys down 28-20. A minute 51 on the clock. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.